Hey there everyone, it's Felix here from felixgphoto.com and heydon'tshoot.com, and today I'll be doing a short personal review about the Sony RX1R2, widely considered to currently share the crown with the Leica Q as the best digital compact camera in the world today.
The question I get asked the most about the RX1R2 goes something like this. Who exactly is this camera for? There are three specific types of photographers that this camera is meant for. The first answer can be found right there in the description on the official Sony.com webpage. RX1R2 Professional Compact Camera with 35mm sensor. The operative word being professional. Yes, this camera is totally geared towards the subculture that is professional photographers. Why? Because it's packed with the same back-illuminated 42-megapixel CMOS sensor that you'll find in the Sony a7R II, which is also an amazing camera and is, today, being widely used by professionals all over the world. And this insane Zeiss 35mm f2 lens, which I'll talk about a little bit more a little bit later. And secondly, it's for the jet setters who spend lavishly on high-priced items, electronics, clothes, gadget, cars, you know, the luxury crowd. Someone to whom the $3,899 suggested retail price is just a drop in the bucket. And lastly, it's for the semi-professional, hobbyist, photography enthusiast, and gearheads, just like me, who can afford it, even if only marginally. Some gear, especially if it's from your favorite manufacturer, is going to be too tempting and too good to resist. Let's talk about some of the features of the RX1R2. When you're spending, relatively speaking, substantial sums of money for a piece of gear, you're going to want to concern yourself with the quality of the build. And this camera is built solid. It's got a reassuring weight at 480 grams and a heftiness to it that will put your mind at ease. The body is compact but big enough that it will still feel secure in your hands. And with the addition of a nice aftermarket grip like this example from Lim's Leather that I found on eBay for a fair price of $104. It looks great and absolutely improves your grip on the camera 100%. The leather is of a good quality, the stitching is well done. I've had this grip for close to a year and it still looks pretty new with no real signs of wear. Now for the bad news, the battery. It doesn't last long, so you'll absolutely want to purchase extra batteries. Changing batteries is not that big of a deal for me. The official specs say that you can capture 220 images before the battery gets low, but I'm certain I've been able to capture a little bit more than that. You can find batteries cheap enough. Again, for me it's a non-issue. The controls, buttons, and knobs are designed into the body pretty well, and they'll seem really familiar if you've shot with a Sony camera before. The main control dial is a good size and it's built with a fabulous, patterned, rough, and kind of spiky texture that is easy to grip with your fingertips. The power button is easy to flip on and off, and you'll find the shutter button sitting right on top of that. The exposure compensation dial is about the same size as the main control dial, and it sits down into a machined-out cutout that leaves you enough access to turn it, but it doesn't obstruct any of the other dials. You'll be controlling shutter speed with this thumb dial on the back, or you can assign controls to that dial and the secondary dial, which is located on the right side of the back of the body. There's another controller on the front, which is your focus selection mode. Manual, continuous, direct manual focus, and manual focus are your options. Direct manual focus is a cool feature that allows you to manually adjust the focus after you've already used autofocus simply by turning the focus ring. The f2 Zeiss Sonnar lens is fixed at 35mm and is absolutely outstanding. It's capable of capturing images worthy of the Zeiss name and leaves no doubt as to why the brand enjoys its impeccable reputation and status symbol status. The lens has three control dials: the aperture ring, focus range, and focus ring. The aperture range is great, going from f22 all the way to f2, and the ring is clickable with nice firm clicks from stop to stop. The focus range features two distinct modes: normal mode, which will focus on subjects from 24 centimeters to infinity, and the macro mode, which will allow you to get your lens as close as 14 centimeters from your subject and goes out to 29 centimeters. And finally, the focus ring, which moves smoothly. The body of the lens is made of metal and has an excellent finish to it, just like the camera body. I've added a circular lens hood from JJC, and they've done a great job with this one. It integrates well with the lens and camera body styles so much that one might think it came with the camera. It's available for around $50, and they also offer a square lens hood as an option as well. While the RX1R2 does shoot video and features a dedicated video record button, it is not made to be a video camera. It's really only good for short video clips for two reasons. Firstly, the small battery will drain extremely fast while shooting video, and secondly, the camera is prone to overheating when recording video clips more than a minute in length. That's right, 1 minute. At least that was my experience at a recent outdoor photo shoot in 80-degree temperatures. A quick word about the pop-up viewfinder. Sony did an absolutely outstanding job designing it into the compact body of the RX1R2. Photographers are going to love it. It pops up and puts away nice and smooth. And now that we've taken a look at the camera, let's look at some sample photos.
Plain and simple, the Sony RX1R2 is one of the finest digital cameras in the world. Anyone serious about the art of photography should not be put off by the fixed focal length lens, nor by the luxury price tag. This camera makes a fine companion, and if you like having two cameras in your bag, like me, then there's no better choice. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video, leave a comment, tell me what you think about the Sony RX1R2, and please take a moment and subscribe to my channel.